What up, Doe family? Welcome back to the channel. It's a great night because even though we don't watch, even though the Pistons don't play until midnight, we get Piston basketball. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. You already know who it is, man. Patrick, nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Nice to be reacquainted with you, man. Welcome back to the Players Palace. Make sure if you are not a player in the Palace, subscribe to the channel. Sometimes I be feeling forced. I gotta get back used to it, man. Nursing school been kicking my butt, bro. But trying to get back more consistent with videos. But anyways, man, we gonna start today. We are definitely starting today. NBA Summer League. It's been in effect. We've seen Chet have a great game, and then he had a butt cheeks booty game. He got bullied by Kenny Lofton, but then we're seeing right now Paolo Banchero he's putting on a show right now. I think his first three was a bucket. I mean, was a three. Obviously, it's a bucket. But man, for us Pistons fans, none of that other stuff matters because tonight is all about Piston basketball against Shaedon Sharpe. I am so excited to see what Shaedon does. I really am because I really want to see because he's the mystery man. Don't nobody know what his game is like. Nobody knows. So it's going to be Shaedon versus Jaden Ivey. Boy, as Pistons fans, we have a lot to get through in this video. Bear with me because it's a lot of things that we need to see for the Summer League. For instance, for me, my two biggest things is Isaiah Stewart's beef stew and Killian Hayes. For me, you know what I'm saying? We'll get to Jaden Ivey. We already know about that, but it's make or break time for Killian. He is going into year 3 as the number 7 pick from that year's draft. Number 7. Personally for me, I don't want to lose him. I really don't want to lose Killian. I love his game. It gives me a similar feeling to Stanley. I know, and it's so crazy to say Stanley Johnson, because Stanley Johnson, he was doing good defensively. You know, he could play defense. That's why Stanley was still where he was, because he could play defense. But that only got him so far. And while I think Killian has a much better defense, he's clearly leagues ahead. He's an elite defender, and he's a high-level passer and facilitator. The thing is about it, that still can get him out of here, like if he doesn't round out the offensive game. Because we can't just have those 5 points a game no more. For like, what was it? He would do like 3 for 11 from the field or something. Like, or he would go, sometimes he wouldn't even take a shot. You know, it's just Killian. I'm scared about Killian because the way that Killian plays, you can see the skill. You see that it's there. And remember, he's so young, which that killed me about Sekou. But obviously, if somebody saw the potential in him, there's 30 other teams. Any one of them could have taken Sekou, but they didn't. So I thought Sekou had something. I thought he did. But Killian, man, he has to do what Sadiq basically did last Summer League for him this year in order to really maintain his role on the team. And Isaiah Stewart, I personally do not like the narrative that I don't like the narrative of say Jalen at the 5 and Isaiah at the 4. It don't sit right with me. It don't. I don't know, bro. But only time will tell, because they're trying to see right now how his 3-point. I mean, he was showing off a 3-point shot on Instagram for a reason. He's showing, hey, I'm not just no paint guy. I can shoot now. But we'll see about that. We just need to see. We need to see how Isaiah fits alongside Jalen, and we need to see how well Isaiah produces during this stretch of games. And speaking of Jalen Duren, we need to see how Jalen Duren will be able to anchor the paint. We need to be able to see that level of offensive versatility out of him, to where is he gonna take that starting spot from Beef Stew? It's a lot of intangibles that's going on with this, because he has bigger size, more athleticism, you know, he's the overall more intimidating factor from a talent perspective than Beef Stew is. But Beef Stew is a grinder. He gets the work done, which is why I really need him to be on this team. I want both of these guys to be on the team because I see a vision of this team. The guys that we have, I love these guys, and as long as we can just make sure that they get developed the right way, we're going to be good. But yeah, so Jalen, we're going to need to see how he anchors the paint, how he's able to be a maestro down there and get down and dirty, him and Beef Stew. Sadiq and Cade are probably not going to play. I know Cade's definitely not. Sadiq, I don't think he is because, I mean, they're the stars of the team. They are. It's crazy to say, but Cade Cunningham and Sadiq Bey are the stars of the Detroit Pistons, and people will see why this upcoming season. People will see the greatness in Cade and Sadiq's game this season. So we're not playing them in Summer League. They're going to practice with the guys. They're going to do all that. But as of games, there's no reason to play Cade and Sadiq because there's so many other guys that Troy and Dwayne are going to want to see play to see if they can fill out the roster, because right now is the intangible moment of who is truly going to fill out these bench spots and the 5th, 14th, and 15th spot on the roster, because every player on the team counts. Everybody counts. And one of those guys that is going to need those minutes, well, two of those guys, I think we have both Boheim, and if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, I'm sorry. I think we have both Boheims. I think we do. But Buddy, I think, is the one that is the shooter. That's the 3-point shooter that is going to definitely need that time. I think he's a shooting guard, I believe. I haven't done too much research on the Boheims. But yeah, so Troy, he worked with Jim as an assistant, I believe, for Syracuse. So that's why, he has that inside eye. And whenever I hear about the inside eye, I don't question anything. It just sounds like Buddy's gonna be on the team. That's what it sounds like to me. But Isaiah Livers, I loved Isaiah Livers' game last year. He brought such a spark when he was coming off the bench. Even I believe he started a couple of games. He was balling. That 3-point shot looked nice. Him driving to the basket, him getting back on defense. I loved Isaiah's game, and I really believe he will be another rotational piece for us in the future. I believe. Hey, shout out to my Michigan man. I believe he's gonna get it done with us home. Then we got the new guy from the second round. I don't even want to butcher his name. I think it's Gabrielle, something like that. He like what they basically calling him Bo Cruz in real life. So I mean, hey, hopefully he pans out. We'll see what happens with him. That's why these guys are getting these. That's why Cade and Sadiq are not playing, because these guys need these minutes. And to be honest, last but not least, certainly not least, Jaden Ivey. Cade is not going to play because we are going to see how the offense is run through Jaden. Jaden, what do you have to offer to the Pistons when Cade is not, when he's not playing, when he's not leading? What are you going to do to lead us to victory? How are you going to play? We are going to see a lot of things out of Jaden Ivey tonight. Like I said, Jaden versus Shaden. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see how he's able to match up against him on the defensive end, because I want to see what type of defense he's going to be able to do in the league. We already know he's going to give us some sort of showtime, you know what I'm saying? Some dunks and some mean shots and whatever. He said he was working on his mid-range game. So seeing how he's able to run the offense in transition is going to be very interesting. Because I know for me, I was skeptical on him because of he has a Westbrookness to him that kind of scares me a little bit. Because we need a well-oiled machine. We don't need run and gun. We don't need Saban Lee 5.0, because Saban runs and guns. Hey, sorry, Saban, you do. But and Jaden is going to be very interesting to see. I know, like I said, my main gripe about picking him number one was, not number one. He is a number one pick talent. He is. He has that talent. my thing is, I see him being a number one option. Him working with Cade, that's I was, I'll be real. I'm really anxious about my teams and how certain people fit together. So I mean, if he can fit with Cade, that's all the merrier, man. My thing is, I just really want this to work out because potentially right now with Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham, I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. They have the potential to be the best backcourt in Pistons history, and that that's a very serious accusation. That is a very serious take because there are not many backcourts in NBA history that's better than Dumars and Zeke, man. There are not that many backcourts that's better than those two. So I believe they can get it done. Potentially they have all of the room in the world to grow. They have the everlasting sky and space. So it's gonna be very interesting. I'm very excited. 12 o'clock is right around the corner. If any of y'all gonna watch this right before the game, let me know what y'all are thinking in the comments section. And like I said, if you haven't become a player in the Palace already, subscribe to the channel. And I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace out.